Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Rabbi.
We're learning Mishna Kiddushin, Parak Daled, Chapter 4, Mishnah Tes, Mishnah 9. Mi shanasan reshus l'shluchai l'kadosh espitai. A person gave permission to his agent to accept Kiddushin for his daughter. Now, we know that a father can accept Kiddushin for his daughter until the age of 12 and a half, and he can make a shliach to accept Kiddushin. He doesn't have to be the one to do it. He can make a shliach and make an agent to do it. So he sends out this person. Basically, he says to him, you find a good guy for my daughter, accept Kiddushin for her. Okay, he didn't specify who he was sending to receive the Kiddushin. He said to him, made him an agent to receive Kiddushin, and he left it up to him who to accept the Kiddushin from. V'halach hu v'kitsha. And then he, meaning the father, went himself, and he accepted Kiddushin from someone. So he sent out an agent to accept Kiddushin, and then he went and he himself took Kiddushin from someone. All right? So whose Kiddushin is Kiddushin? Is it the agent's Kiddushin it's Kiddushin, or his Kiddushin that's Kiddushin? So the Mishnah says, Im shaloi kidmu, if the father's acceptance of the Kiddushin preceded the acceptance of the Kiddushin of the agent, then Kiddush of Kiddushin. Then his Kiddushin is what is going to take effect. His Kiddushin is the Kiddushin. Because if he was Mekabel, if he accepted Kiddushin before the Shliach does, then that means that he basically told the Shliach, not interested anymore what you're doing. And therefore his Kiddushin works. But if, let's say, his agent's Kiddushin preceded his receiving of the Kiddushin, then Kiddushav Kiddushin, then it's the Shliach's Kiddushin that works. Because until the father accepts Kiddushin, that father hasn't, retracted the power from the Shliach to accept Kiddushin for his daughter. And if his Kiddushin of the agent's receiving of the Kiddushin came first, then that's the Kiddushin that took effect. And when the father went and accepted Kiddushin, it's too late. His daughter is already Mikudesh. She's already betrothed to the other guy, to another person, because the Shliach accepted the Kiddushin before his. V'meina yadua. Let's say you don't know whose came first. You don't know. Shneyem neisten get. Then they both have to give her a get. Meaning, none of them can get married to her because maybe she's somebody else's wife. A third party can't get married to her because maybe she's somebody's wife here. She's definitely married. We don't know to whom, though. So she's definitely married. So to somebody outside this whole situation, for sure she can't get married to. And amongst these two people, we don't know which one's married. If we don't know which one's married and which one's not, then they can't go ahead and marry her. So what are they going to do? So therefore, if let's say let's say the father doesn't want any of them anymore, and she wants to marry a third person, nice them get. They both have to give her a get, because both of them could be her husband. V'im ratzu, but now, if they want, meaning if these two people who we have a question about who married her, if they want, echad naisin get v'echad kainis. One of them can give a get and one can marry her. Because once one of them gives her a get, then we say either she is already married, so now she's either already married to the other guy, or now she can marry the other guy. Which really means, in a practical way, that if this arrangement works, that one says, okay, I'll give her a get, I'll take myself out of the picture, and you can marry her, he's going to have to do the Kiddushin over again. Because in case when he made the Kiddushin, she was married to the other guy who divorced her, his Kiddushin didn't count. So therefore, he'll have to do Kiddushin again in order to actually make sure that everything is in order. Okay, that's the first case. Now we have a similar case coming not from the father's direction, but from a woman's direction. A woman who makes a shliach. She's already after 12 and a half, she accepts her own Kiddushin. Similar story. A woman who gave permission to her agent to receive Kiddushin for her. She said, you're a smart guy. You go out there, I make you an agent. Whoever you decide to accept Kiddushin from, I'm good. I'll get married to him. Okay, so she gave reshus, she gave permission, she empowered her agent to receive Kiddushin for her. That's what it means to be mekadosh her, to betroth her. It means to receive Kiddushin for her. Because a woman can make a shliach, an agent, to receive Kiddushin for her. And then she went and was Makadosh herself. She went and she was accepted Kedushin from somebody. So whose Kedushin is the Kedushin? Right? Is it the Kedushin? Is it her Kedushin or her agent's Kedushin? And therefore we say the same thing as before. If her acceptance of Kedushin preceded the acceptance of Kedushin of the agent, Kiddusha Kedushin, then her Kedushin is the Kedushin. That she's married to the person that she accepted Kedushin from. And what the Shliach did, not relevant anymore. Basically, it's not relevant because she's already married. She was already married to somebody else before that Shliach accepted Kedushin. So whether she drops him or doesn't drop him, it's not relevant. Because at the end of the day, she accepted Kedushin. That means, which basically means she's dropping him in the sense that she's not working with him anymore. And therefore, her Kedushin took place and his Kedushin doesn't work. The im shal shlucha kadmu. But if it's the agent's Kedushin that came first, Kiddushav Kiddushin, then his acceptance of the Kiddushin is going to be the Kiddushin, and she's going to be married to the guy, to the person that the agent accepted Kiddushin from. Because if he came first, then she was married to the person that the agent accepted Kiddushin from. And when she accepted Kiddushin, she was already a married woman. She didn't know it, but she was already married to somebody else. Now the Mishnah says, V'me'eni yadua, and if it's not known who came first, again, Shneim Naisim Lo Get. Both give her a get. It means if at the end she's not married, she doesn't want to stay married to any of these guys, any of these people, she's going to go ahead and need a get from both of them to marry somebody else other than them, because she's for sure married to one of them. You don't know which one, but she's for sure married to one of them, and therefore they both have to give her a get in case they're the husband. The imratzu, and if they want, echad noisin la get ve'echad kainis. One can give her a get. In case he was the one that was married to her, he gives her a get, he's out of the picture, ve'echad kainis, and the other one can marry her, either because she was always married to him, or that she can now become married to him. Have a wonderful day.
I'm sorry, my head is turning around.